Hi, and welcome to What's Happening Now, Nex-Tech's local events show that tells you about things that are happening in our area, attractions, and people that you want to know about. Today, we have the honor of having with us Seth Kastle, and Seth is a veteran. He is a retired Army First Sergeant. And Seth, it is such an honor to have you on our show. Many of you may have already read about him in the news, at least maybe on Facebook, but Seth is an author of a book, and I'm going to let you tell us what the title is, and kind of to start with so people can understand why you wrote the book, maybe tell us kind of your background a little bit.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to be here. So, I joined the Army Reserve when I was 17 years old, and I went to my initial entry training like everyone else does, and I came home and I started school at Fort Hays State University. Like many young men, I didn't do so hot my first time around, and we even came to a point where Fort Hays and I decided we shouldn't continue our business relationship together. They were more under that understanding than I was, but shortly after that is when September 11th happened, and my life changed, just like millions of other Americans. And I deployed in January 2002 to Doha, Qatar. In April of 2002, I went forward to Mazar-e Sharif, Afghanistan, where I was augmented to the Jordanian Army. I came home roughly September of that year, and I ended up being deployed again in January 2003 for the invasion of Iraq. And we crossed the border about 16 days after the first ground troops did, and we followed the assault up through the country, and we ended up, I spent most of my tour in Iraq in Mosul in northern Iraq. And so we came home in April of 2004. I was engaged, and I ended up in 2005 marrying my wife, Julia, who was also a veteran, was overseas with me both times. And we just kind of went about life. My military career progressed. I finished my degree here at Fort Hays. I ended up attending the U.S. Army Drill Sergeant Academy, and I was a drill sergeant for 5 years, supporting Fort Sill, Oklahoma. In 2009, my oldest daughter, Reagan, was born. And then we get into a little rougher patch of life, and in 2013, my youngest daughter, Kennedy, was born, and my career was advancing. I ended up getting promoted to the rank of First Sergeant in the Army Reserve, and in my civilian career, I ended up coming to Fort Hays State University to be an instructor here.
That's really quite a fascinating story. And that's just the beginning of what starts this next part of the story. So you wrote a book called "Why Is Dad So Mad?" What inspired you? Obviously, from your past, what inspired you to write this book?
Okay, I wrote this book for "Why Is Dad So Mad?" is a book about PTSD and military families. I wrote this book because I started looking for something to explain kind of who I am now to my children. I did some research, and I found out there's really not a whole lot out there. So this book was something that, it was in the back of my head for a long time, and it's just, I never really did anything with it. And I have a good friend, Dr. Jamie Schwant, who recently wrote a book on succeeding as a foster child, and he really motivated me as a good inspiration for me to start taking the steps to make this happen for real. So, I sat down in about 30 minutes one day, and I wrote the whole book with illustration notes and everything, and again, it sat for quite a while. So, Jamie just kept on me about making sure that I actually did this and got it done. And then so I started taking the steps. I found an illustrator here at Fort Hays State University. Her name's Carissa Gonzalez-Othon, and she's a junior in our art and design department. Through her, I ended up connecting with my publisher and book designer, Lindsay Dugan of Dugan Design, and together, we put together this product that what you see now is Why Is Dad So Mad?
Well, when we come back, we're going to go to break, but when we come back, I want you to tell us a little bit about what's in the book and what it's been like to share it with your daughter and the world. So we'll be right back.
Steve Riot, exhausted. We have the technology at Tech Edge to make him better than he was before. Get your geek on at Tech Edge. Register now.
Dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness are the 5 core values you can expect from All Faiths Funeral Chapel in Smith Center. At All Faiths Funeral Chapel, they consider it an honor to serve you and your family and their community. Built in 2010, their large state-of-the-art facility includes dining and reception hall to accommodate large funeral dinners, even anniversaries and weddings. They also sell customized monuments and offer pre-arranged services. All Faiths Funeral Chapel in Smith Center.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Russell and all the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality, skilled nursing services to patients in their homes or wherever they reside.
She takes my blood pressure and listens to me breathe and asks me how I'm doing.
Whatever the need, Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Contact Angels Care today for more information on our home health services and how we can help you stay healthy. Angels Care Home Health, we serve patients. Did you know?
It's not just water, it's better water.
Better Water Smith Center completes all your hydration needs. They sell Lundy spring systems, including water softeners, reverse osmosis, water coolers, and bottled water. They won't just install your system, they will service and repair it too. Better Water can repair Echo water systems and all other major brands. They offer softener salt sales and delivery for your convenience. Serving all of Northwest Kansas.
It's not just water, it's better water.
Make a difficult choice an easy one with Cedar View Assisted Living's knowledgeable and caring staff. Your loved one will be professionally taken care of as they transition into their new community. With movies, holiday parties, planned exercises, and games, residents will have opportunities every day to enjoy their time at Cedar View. Multiple room styles are available, ensuring a just right fit for your loved one. Come see Cedar View Assisted Living for yourself next to Sternberg Museum. The care you need, the home you want.
You're in the right place, the see it before you buy place, the professional staff place, the have it delivered place. Frigid Air Gallery and Genuine Appliance has real stainless steel with fewer fingerprints and smudges. Ranges with true convection speed bake. Quietest in its class dishwashers. Refrigerators with the freezer on the top, the bottom, or side by side. Frigid Air Gallery and Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th and Hayes. The best price place. You're in the right place.
Welcome back. I have Seth Kastle here with me, and Seth is a veteran and author of Why Is Dad So Mad, and we're still talking about this amazing book that he wrote. Now, you touched on that you found an animator from Fort Hays, I believe you said.
Yes.
You went through a process to get the funding because there's money involved.
Yeah.
How did that go? Tell us about that.
Well, I initially funded all the production costs of this book out of my personal savings, and so to kind of recoup that and then also do a continue-on project, which I'll talk about in a second, I turned to Kickstarter, and I worked again with my publisher Lindsay Dugan from Dugan Design, and she helped me produce a Kickstarter campaign, and through that campaign I hit my initial funding goal to recoup all the costs from Why Is Dad So Mad. I hit that initial funding goal in only 8 hours, which was was pretty impressive. I thought that I would probably hit my goal in the 30-day window I had set, but I never really anticipated an 8-hour turnaround on that. So with that, in my Kickstarter campaign, I talk about the follow-on book that I've done called Why Is Mom So Mad? And this is a book that is, it's a companion book to go along with Why Is Dad So Mad? It's for military mothers who are veterans and struggle with PTSD. We've been at war for a decade. We, fought on two fronts, and asymmetrical warfare has really blurred the lines of women in combat. And so there are a great deal of women that are, they're carrying the same baggage that a lot of fathers are. And so, I wrote this book in consultation with women combat veterans to help make the storyline in the book as true to life as possible.
Now, Why Is Dad So Mad? What did you use for the people that haven't been able to see the book? Tell us just a little bit about the characters in it, or how you came up with that concept.
Okay. Well, in the book, it's a family of lions, and I knew that I wanted the characters in this book to be animals because I didn't want the characters to be associated with any race of people. Service members come from all walks of life, so I didn't want there to be any race associated with this. So I told my illustrator that, and I told her that I wanted it to be something strong. And she came up with a family of lions, which was the original character ideation that she sent me. She chose this because they were strong and because lions are easily discernible male from female.
You talked about in the book, or I read that you talked about there being a fire.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
It happens.
But you know, the concept of the book is it talks about, it's told from a mother is explaining to a child why dad is so mad, and you know, it goes through just several daily interactions in which you know, the father's having trouble just dealing with the normal hiccups in life, and the child's asking the mom, why is dad so mad? And you know, I use the analogy of a fire inside dad's chest to kind of explain the anger associated with PTSD. And you know, really the thesis statement of the book is that, you know, even though this is a part of our family now, you know, this isn't your fault, and it shouldn't be, you should never think that, and your father loves you.
Now, what is now, you've read this story to your daughter a time or two, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What does she think about it?
You know, she's excited to have the book, and you know, she likens herself to the daughter in the book. It's pretty neat to be able to read something that you wrote to your daughter, and my daughter's incredibly sweet. I think probably everyone thinks that.
Probably the sweetest one.
I think so. You know, she told me, every time I read the book, she tells me that she's sorry that there's a fire in my chest now.
Well, you not only are helping your daughter, but you know, thousands and maybe millions of children. And I went to do a little research on you, and I went to Amazon and typed this in. And tell us a little bit about that process, because it had wonderful ratings on Amazon, and tell us how that went about.
Yeah, you know, it's been quite a ride since this happened. You know, NBC Nightly News came here to Hayes and did a story on it, and after that story aired, everything kind of went crazy for a while. You know, the morning after that story aired, I was #8 on Amazon overall in book sales, and #1 in new releases, #1 in children's books. You know, it's tailed off, you know, since then. And you know, I go on. I'm vain, so I go on. I check my ratings and see where I'm at. And you know, I saw that I was around 1,500, and I was like, well, you know, yeah, it was good while it lasted, you know. So I did some research to figure out how many books are on Amazon. There's currently 32 million books on Amazon, so I'm still hanging out at 1,500, which isn't too bad. No,
not at all. And you have another project you touched on that you're working on.
Mm-hmm.
What are you working on next?
The book that I'm working on now, which is actually written and is in the illustration process, is called Why Is Mom So Mad? You know, like I talked about, it's similar to the Why Is Dad So Mad, but it's geared toward military mothers. That book is written, it's in the illustration process right now, and I hope to have it out by August.
Are there lions in this book as well?
Yes.
And are you using the same illustrator?
Yep.
So it'll have the same feel? Well, this is just wonderful, and it's such an honor for us to have somebody local that is doing something that can potentially change the world, and we're just so happy to have you here. And we just want people to know where we touched on where one of the places you can buy it, but just could you run through kind of how they can follow you or find more information? What would be the contact methods?
Absolutely. You know, Kastle Books, which is the company that I started to distribute this book, has its own Facebook page, which is Kastle Books, or on Twitter it's @Kastle Books. My website is www.kastlebooks.com, and so you can reach me through my website also, or you can contact me on Facebook or Twitter.
Wonderful. Well, Seth, it was just such a pleasure to meet you, and thanks for coming on our show. And make sure you watch for his new project and follow. I think you probably have a lot of exciting things coming up. So thank you.
You can have all the channels in the world, but without the network to deliver the signal, you've still just got TV. At Nex-Tech, we've got the channels: HD, video on demand, TV everywhere, and we have the fiber network. For you, because we've got these guys, and these guys, and these guys, and these guys. Nex-Tech, our fiber network, products, and people are here for you.
Are you stuck in a contract with a wireless company that doesn't care about you? Maybe you've been wanting to switch, but everyone in your family has different contract dates. Now, you can easily say goodbye to your current wireless company. Nex-Tech Wireless will pay your contract termination fees up to $350 per line when you activate a new smartphone with the Freedom Program. There are no service contracts and no worries. Nex-Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Oh, let's see who's free.
Jerry?
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Let us shop for you. Contact Rogers & Associates to learn more. A better way to warm and cool your home or business and lower your energy bill. The new degree of comfort from Rheem and Zimmerman Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning in Hayes. Make a real difference on your monthly utility bills. Get a higher level of comfort that every lifestyle deserves and every budget can handle. Energy savings, low-cost maintenance, guaranteed reliability. Performance that promises comfort and peace of mind. Rheem and Zimmerman Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, 714 East 7th in Hayes.
Steve Riot, exhausted. We have the technology at Tech Edge to make him better than he was before. Get your geek on at Tech Edge. Register now.
Dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness are the 5 core values you can expect from All Faiths Funeral Chapel in Smith Center. At All Faiths Funeral Chapel, they consider it an honor to serve you and your family and their community. Built in 2010, their large state-of-the-art facility includes dining and reception hall to accommodate large funeral dinners, even anniversaries and weddings. They also sell customized monuments and offer pre-arranged services. All Faiths Funeral Chapel in Smith Center.
Hi, welcome back to What's Happening Now. I have Sara Bloom with me, and Sara is the Executive Director of the Downtown Hayes Development
Longest
Corporation.
title ever.
DHDC is so much easier, right? And we've had Sara on before, so welcome back, Sara. Today we're here to talk about a couple of different things, but the first one we wanted to talk about is Fire on the Frontier.
Yep.
So tell us all about it.
Okay, I know we mentioned this last time. This is formerly known as Blues Barbecue and Bargains. We have rebranded it as Fire on the Frontier, mainly because we have changed the date from being in July to June. It's now June 12th and 13th. That way we kind of pull it away from the fair, give it its own weekend. We can do more with it, and that's the reason for the name change too. We don't want to be tied into having to have a blues competition or blues band. We don't want to have the Bargains on the Bricks, because actually the sidewalk sales will still be with the fair. So completely new feel, new date, but the same great entertainment and live bands and great barbecue food. But Fire on the Frontier, June 12th and 13th in Frontier Park. Go ahead.
Here in Hayes.
Yep. Yeah, of course. Here in Hayes.
Know that, but so this is and how many years have we had the barbecue competition now?
This is our 11th year having the barbecue competition. It's our 7th annual KCBS sanctioned barbecue contest.
So to people that don't speak barbecue, what tell us what is so cool about being a KCBS sanctioned contest.
KCBS is the Kansas City Barbecue Society, and it is the largest society of barbecue enthusiasts in the whole world. And the reason that you want to be a KCBS sanctioned competition is, one, just to get your name out there to all of these thousands of competitors, but also they offer great support to these competitions, that you know that if you're going to a KCBS sanctioned competition, that it's going to be a well-run competition. They're going to have great prizes. You know the people running it have integrity, and it's just really good to have yourself associated with that sort of competition. And for us to be able to do that for 7 years is just wonderful. And there's also a requirement for a certain number of teams when you're a sanctioned competition, so you know that you're going to be up against at least 25 really good competitors. So if you want to see how you stand up against some really good barbecue food, you want to be at these sanctioned competitions.
And the other thing, my husband cooks in these, so I've been able to experience it firsthand. That I think is so great about it too is the judges are certified.
Yes.
So, you know, I think when you go sometimes to a contest where they're not, it's so much personal taste. And you know, some people like sweet barbecue and some people like spicy and salty. Yep. What's great about having the judges certified is that they are looking for a specific thing that's consistent.
Exactly.
Across all the chefs. Now, for those of you that like to cook at home but have wondered about this, not everybody that comes to this is professional, right?
No, you can be a sanctioned KCBS team, but you can also just be the average Joe from home, not to use your husband's name. But no, we welcome any and every team. It's a great, like I said, it's a great time to just come and see if you want to get into the barbecue contest, if you want to see how your food stands up, great competition to come and just try that out, because we are, compared to other competitions, we're still small. A lot of the sanctioned competitions are 94, 96, 100 teams. We still stay around that 35, 40 team mark, so it's still a very small, intimate competition to just kind of get your feet wet.
It's a great way to get started. Now there's 4 meats that you have to cook for the sanctioned contest. So what are the 4 meats that they'll be cooking?
I'm going to look at my notes. Chicken, pork ribs, pork butt, and brisket are the 4 KCBS sanctioned competitions, and those are the only 4 categories that we offer. We don't do any additional meat categories.
And most people that like to grill have done most of these.
Yes.
And is there, and what ways can they cook it with? I wanted to ask
you
about
can't
that.
use gas, you can't use electric, you have to use wood pellets, anything non-electric or gas is allowed.
Charcoal.
Yes, charcoal.
And for those of you that haven't been to the contest, there are some cool cookers. You see Traegers, you see these huge homemade smoking masterpieces. It's fascinating, really, just to walk around. So for those people that aren't going to cook but want to check it out, what's in it for them? What can they do?
Sure. On Friday night, the competition is completely open to the public, and that's the only night that the public is allowed, is Friday night, June 12th. And on that night, we not only have the live band and the entertainment and the kids' activities like the bounce houses and the snow cones, but we also have what we call barbecue bucks, and those work the same way as cash. They'll be available June 1st at the Welcome Center, 2700 Vine Street, where my office is. Now, if you come in and you purchase those barbecue bucks, they work just like cash. You show up on Friday night and you go to, we typically have between 12 and 20 teams compete and provide food for barbecue bucks, and you can sample all of the dishes that they're serving that night. You may not get the 4 categories, but you're still going to get some delicious food, and the barbecue bucks then help offset the cost of the competition. So.
And I think that was a great addition when they started that, because it is so difficult to walk around and smell all of that and not be able to taste it. So it's great that people can go out, they can listen to the music, they can try out the food.
The beer garden. Absolutely. Can't forget the beer garden.
Important. Now, if they don't make it to the Welcome Center, is there an opportunity to buy barbecue bucks that night?
Yeah, absolutely.
As well?
Show up that night and we will have plenty of barbecue bucks available. We'll have raffle tickets to win a Traeger and some other great prizes like cheesecake for a month and events to downtown events, or tickets to downtown events, things like that. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. Just come out on Friday night and we'll have something for everybody.
Okay, so where can people sign up? Because there is still time.
Yeah.
You're still taking teams.
Yeah, we're up to 7 teams, and like I said, we want to hit at least that 35 marks.
So how can they sign up?
They can go to downtownhays.com. That's our website. There's all the information they need there, as well as the link to get registered.
And then I assume also that same link will give people information that just want to attend and kind of check out the food and everything. So, and what there's one more thing that's also coming up in July. You mentioned it. The
July 18th is Bargains on the Bricks. It's the big sidewalk bazaar. Again, it used to be in conjunction with the fair and with the barbecue competition. It's now a standalone Bargains on the Bricks, July 18th, the last Saturday of the fair.
And there's a lot of new businesses downtown, and so it's a great opportunity to check out some of the new ones.
And it's open to downtown businesses as well as those private vendors. So if you sell jewelry or if you sell, makeup, things like that, you're more than welcome to participate in that.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for coming and telling us about your competition. If you barbecue, this is the one for you to try out. And if not, come down and just sample some of the great food June 12th. At Frontier Park in Hayes.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Russell and all the surrounding areas, is a Medicare certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing services to patients in their homes or wherever they reside.
She takes my blood pressure and listens to me breathe and asks me how I'm doing.
Whatever the need, Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Contact Angels Care today for more information on our home health services and how we can help you stay healthy. Angels Care Home Health, we serve patients. Did you know?
It's not just water, it's better water.
Better Water Farmer Smith Center completes all your hydration needs. They sell Lundy spring systems, including water softeners, reverse osmosis, water coolers, and bottled water. They won't just install your system, they will service and repair it too. Better Water can repair Echo water systems and all other major brands. They offer softener salt sales and delivery for your convenience. Serving all of Northwest Kansas.
It's not just water, it's better water.
Make a difficult choice an easy one with Cedar View Assisted Living's knowledgeable and caring staff. Your loved one will be professionally taken care of as they transition into their new community. With movies, holiday parties, planned exercises, and games, residents will have opportunities every day to enjoy their time at Cedar View. Multiple room styles are available, ensuring a just right fit for your loved one. Come see Cedar View Assisted Living for yourself next to Sternberg Museum. The care you need, the home you want.
You're in the right place, the see it before you buy place, the professional staff place, the have it delivered place. Frigid Air Gallery and Genuine Appliance has real stainless steel with fewer fingerprints and smudges. Ranges with true convection speed bake. Quietest in its class dishwashers. Refrigerators with the freezer on the top, the bottom, or side by side. Frigid Air Gallery and Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th and Hayes. The best price place. You're in the right place.
You can have all the channels in the world, but without the network to deliver the signal, you've still just got TV. At Nex-Tech, we've got the channels, HD, video on demand, TV everywhere, and we have the fiber network for you, because we've got these guys, and these guys, and these guys, and these guys. Nex-Tech, our fiber network, products, and people are here for you.
Sara, thanks again so much for coming on our show and talking about your barbecue competition.
Thanks for having me.
And it was an honor to have Seth Kastle talk about his book, Why Is Dad So Mad? If you have anything coming up in your community, make sure you get in touch with us because we'd love to have you on our show. And make sure you tune in next time to find out what's happening now.